So hello there, Ívar by Ívar's Fly Workshop. Today we are going to tie a tube fly, one of the first tubes we are going to do on the channel. I'm using my primitive equipment to tie the tubes, but this fly is famous all around when it comes to fishing for Atlantic salmon, and it's a variation of a Sunray Shadow. It's the one that had worked the best for me during my fishing here in Iceland. Salmon fishing, it's been tremendous results in both West Rangá and some other rivers I've been fishing in for salmon. We are using like a 1.5 inch length of a tube, and the hackle of the tube, like a semi-hackle, like a beard, is a yellow rooster. So we start by attaching that. First, of course, like we have done with to attach the thread to the tube, but there is no body on this variation of the Sunray, so we are just keeping the thread in that place where the head of the fly is gonna be. And the space in front of the head is something which we need to leave there just in case of, cutting it down, or if we are going to trim that off like sideways. Some people do that to get the tube to swim in a different way. It's all, all sort of stuff that people do. It's always good to have those few millimeters in case as well. So the next thing is the wing of the fly. And the wing we are using, it's out of goat, Cashmere goat. And the wing is like at least the length of the tube and a little bit more than the length of the tube. It's quite a big tube, and it's for a smaller, now not a smaller, but it's for quite a large amount of water, like the West and the East Rangá are. But if you are fishing salmon in smaller streams, definitely go for just tie this down to like half of this tube size and get the wing shorter. Be careful. What I'm going to do now is I'm gonna trim off this part of the wing that stands in front of there, and for that I'm using a razor blade, so you have to be extremely careful. Point it there, turn it just on the shank of the tube like that, and cut off gently that piece of the wing that stands in front. I don't want that there, and you will find out when you start to do like flies, this space actually matters in the size of a fly, and especially if you're tying these old classic patterns, all of those guys are using a razor blade to help them, so the head of the fly won't get too big. So we touch the head and the wing just like that. We've done, and then for the cheeks of the fly we are using a jungle cock feather. Just make it a fancy and expensive thing, and this is, as you see, it's a real feather. I've had this jungle cock cape since I was a kid, and yeah, I have half of it left or so, and I'm not going to buy another cape in the future. I will buy artificial ones. Then we will place our feathers just like that. I've done it on the other side, it's saving some time. Just do it gently, make sure the feather is in place and in the place that you want. Then you can attach it, reattach it, and when that is done, we just have to trim off the butt of the feather, and we'll do it on the other side too. Then we are just going to start to form the head of the fly. With that, actually there are few things left to put on the fly, so it's in its original like pattern. A peacock hearl, just put it on the top. Just we are speaking about just a couple of strands, maybe 3 strands of peacock hearl laid down on like this, almost the same length as the wing, maybe the same length, even a little bit longer. It just depends on your what you fancy. Trim that off, and then again which I prefer to do, is to take a pearl crystal tinsel like this and attach that over the peacock hearl. It gives the fly a little shinier look, and it's when it's swimming in the water, it looks pretty cool. And believe me, it's a fly that will definitely gonna work if you're going for salmon fishing, for North Atlantic salmon at least. This is one of the top 3 flies I will take with me, even the only fly. This is so good. The other flies will probably be the Zelda, which I've tied on the channel, and Francis. But that's just my opinions. Now the fly is almost ready, so it's the finishing job left, and then we have to put varnish on the head. And for the head of this fly, I'm using actually a UV glue, which is called Bone Dry. It's from Solaris, and it's a brilliant product. And it's not tacky or sticky like some of the other brands that are around. This is like a really good when it comes to that, and it comes with a smooth pencil on it, so it's really easy to attach even on the smallest heads of flies. It's really nice to work with. And you just place that on the head, do that all over the head, make sure that all the thread on the head gets a coat of this UV resin. And this side too, and the bottom. As you see, it's kind of like a primitive methods I'm using for the tying tubes, but it's worked out for me for millions of years. 30 years or so. So now the fly is ready. Now the only thing left is that you have to sap the UV resin with your UV torch or UV light, and then you're good to go with the fly. So I want to say just thanks for watching. The pattern of the fly will be in the description of the video, and you may subscribe to the channel if you like, and like the video and share it all around the internet. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys happy, fresh, up and running in the next video. Thanks a lot.